Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Stip and this is going to be part 14 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as the Julii. And we left things off in a state of just kind of keeping the status quo, I suppose. For the last 3 Senate missions now, the Senate has issued simple missions of blockading enemy ports, and that has given my small but growing empire time to grow, really. Instead of having to just deplete the populations in an effort to fill my armies, I've been able to actually allow them some time to actually get to the required populations so that they can get to the next tier of buildings, which has been nice. Still, the economy is not super great, and I still need soldiers to conduct my wars. So now that in a few of these settlements I have reached the required, level, I suppose, I'm going back to training soldiers. Like for instance, here in Patavium, I am finally training archers here. And Arretium, I'm not training. Am I training anyone? Yeah, I'm going to be training a unit of Hastati because I need to keep this going, and I'm going to need to send some more soldiers out to my western frontier as soon as possible, really. As soon as I would say this fleet is finished with their blockade mission here at Vasca, I will need to send it back to pick up more soldiers. I might have to send more soldiers to the west just to the land route, just because I don't think I can wait, maybe. Things out here are getting, I mean, it's been heated for a while, and I have managed to hang on. In the last episode, I did beat back a large Spanish force. Unfortunately, I didn't like destroy the entire force, but I did inflict a lot of casualties on them, and then I drove off this one. Now this one I didn't fight, I just drove them off. But they're still around, you know, they're within striking distance. Not quite striking distance of this fort, but very, very close. Yep, some Gallic armies up here, not quite sieging this fort, but again, very close. And then this fort is under siege. It has 2 turns before it capitulates. Now, of course, this Gallic army could attack during this end turn. They have 3 rams set up and they are ready to go. I would not be surprised to see them attack this fort, and I would probably lose this battle. I mean, I don't have much here. I have 3 Astati, 1 Scorpion, 1 Equites, and then 1 Town Watch. So maybe I can do some damage against them, but I imagine that I will fall against this horde of warband and the family member himself. Maybe if I can snipe him with a Scorpion, that might be my only chance, but yeah, I just don't know. I can get there next turn, but it's just going to have to be a case of do I have another turn or not before they attack. Also, there's going to be a question of should I fight this first? There's a small Gallic army here of 3 warband and 1 barbarian cavalry, and should I fight them first or should I go straight for the big one? I'm not quite sure. I don't know. So the question for me, and this is just due to my lack of experience with this game, I don't know if the effort of attacking another army depletes a lot of the movement range, or does the movement range like stay the same? You know, like in the next turn it would be presumably over this large area, but then does the act of just attacking someone deplete some attack or some of the movement points, or can you like drive him off and then go somewhere else? And then, because I would imagine they'd get driven off. I don't think I'd have to fight them, maybe, but I feel like just to be safe, I feel like I should ignore this and then go for this if they have not attacked this fort during this end turn. If they do attack this fort in the end turn, I suppose I probably should still go for this army, just because then they would be free to attack Massilia, and I really don't have much here at all. I have, what is that, the tier, yeah, I just have the tier 1 wooden palisade defensive structure, so yeah, I would probably have to skip this little force and just go after the big kahuna, and then prepare to march on back and maybe try to save this fort as well. So there is a lot of back and forth, but there should be troops on the way to support eventually, and in 2 turns this practice range will be finished so that I can start training some skirmishers, some velites here in Martius, which will be a welcome addition, just because this army has just been totally melee focused during its entire existence. So it will be nice to get some actual light infantry in this army. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I feel like I'm hanging on, but you know, there's 3 large armies around me, so it's going to be a question of how long I can hang on, I suppose. Luckily, out to my eastern and, you know, well, north and eastern frontier, the Germans, we're at war, but the Germans are behaving themselves. Either they are supremely distracted by the Dacians, or they're just being really timid. I don't quite know what their issue is, but I do have an emissary up here. I'm going to see if I can go talk to someone at the capital. This emissary does have 4 wreaths of influence, so maybe I can try to talk down the Germans. I don't know. I'll see what I can do there. My faction heir is hanging out here with it's a, you know, full strength army. It does have some velites, you know, and it's somewhat there's some variety in here, but yeah, that's going to be fine. I think that all of the new troops need to be sent out west is going to be my guess. So I have a fleet down here that just finished blockading the port of Termon. Unfortunately, they did take a loss against rebel pirates out here, and they made it back to like blockade this port, but it is a damaged fleet, and now I'm blockaded in by this other rebel fleet, maybe the same one that attacked me. And I think if I attacked it and then lost, I would just lose the boats. I think is what this means. I would have no place to flee to, and I can't risk that. I have to hopefully they just kind of ignore me and go away, because yeah, it's kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward getting stuck there. Hopefully they don't attack. I would suck losing those boats. I feel like I should have some boats, some naval presence here in the Adriatic. Let's see, I have a emissary out here just kind of going on a global tour, talking to people. Where do I need to go? Up here? Man, that's it's a long journey. It's a long journey just across that river. You sure there's nothing around here that I could just take a boat across that river around there? No? Maybe not? Well, yeah, he's gonna go down and see if he can talk to the Pontics and maybe the Seleucids and maybe the Egyptians. Yeah, that's gonna be the idea with that. Other than that, though, I think I'm like at the end of this turn, I will be building a shipwright here in Arretium, which will be a lot of money, and I'm working on that Proconsul's Palace here in Patavium, so that's going to take another 3 turns. Yes, that's going to be very nice to get that finished up. Sagessa is just still a town. It's taking forever for this to grow, and yeah, it's been on low taxes like the entire time, you know, and still, it's just like, it's just struggling, you know, so hopefully it gets there soon. Uvenum made it there pretty fast. Uvenum's already a town, or it's going to be a large town as soon as this end turn is finished up. Yep. So I think, let me just double check taxes and make sure that those things are all good. But other than that, I think I am at the end of this turn. Do I want to... Do I want to move you up a bit further? Kind of do. Yeah, that feels kind of nice. I wonder...
On my way.
Okay, I would have preferred to keep vision on this. I don't want to lose vision on can I get vision on both? I wonder, yeah, I want to see if I can get the best of both worlds. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's a good position. Seeing all of this and into here plus down here. Yeah, that's a nice spot for a spy. I'm glad I looked at that. And my income is looking rough, man. Making 1900 next turn. Oh man, that's in the pits. Yes, and I do have my diplomat down here that's going to be talking to the Greeks. I guess I have every diplomat in Italy except for the Greek diplomat, so I need to go talk to them and see if I can get a ceasefire. I don't want to be at war with them, just the Senate told me to, so yeah, if I can get a ceasefire with the Greeks and maybe go back to trading with them, I will take that gladly. I don't know if I would trade with them. It looks like currently Arretium is trading with... Yeah, we're trading with the Brudii settlements. But still, it would be nice to have the option if it's available. And the Scipii are looking pretty good. Yeah, they're taking all of Sicily and they've taken care of us. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. The Budii. So it's Salona and Apollonia, but they haven't taken anywhere else, have they? Segesta, I mean, yeah, Segestica. Sure. I'm happy to see that the AI they build forts in this game. I'm really happy with that. I was a little concerned that forts were a thing that, you know, just don't really get used by the AI, but that's not the case. They use them, so that's kind of nice to see. Oh, okay, so I think I'm good. Let's drop a save. Let's end this turn and let's see. Let's cross our fingers and hope that army does not attack us. And just as I'm saying that, yes, they are attacking that fort. Why'd the map bring me up over here? There we are. So yes, this is happening. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't know what I can accomplish here, but it's going to be a learning experience. Unfortunately, I'll be losing these goddamn scorpions that I was so happy to get. But I'm going to learn a few things. I'm going to learn if siege equipment, like the scorpions and the ballista, I'm assuming, as well, can it fire over the walls of the fort and kind of like snipe the general, or do I have to wait for them to break down, like a section of the wall before I can fire through the wall at the enemy with my scorpions? I guess we'll find out. So yeah, let's just put up the best fight that we can here.
Now, men, time to be about our business. Straighten the ranks. Look to your officers. Mark all commands when they come. And don't worry about our foes. Today we go into battle against the Gauls. Warriors both worthy and brave in equal measure. They are keen, eager, and foolish. We need only let them die before our walls. They outnumber us by a significant margin. But so what? One of them is worth less than the dirt beneath a toenail. I have fought these men many times, and even now they must be praying to their false gods for mercy. They will have little enough of it from me. Today we make our own fates. The omens may say that we face disaster, but I choose to think differently. Can any true man do otherwise? And before we start, just remember, they are more scared of us, true Romans to a man, than we are of them.
Those are some brave words right there. Pretty brash stuff. I love to see it, honestly. That was, yeah, that was a great last speech. Yeah, man. Alright, so, big question. Where the hell do I put my... See, the green arrow seems to indicate that I can hit those things, that I can hit the units. So, maybe I can... Where's the general's all the way back there? Yeah, I can't hit him. At least right off the bat. So yeah, I would probably want to place the scorpion back a bit, and so it's gonna be, so it's two machines. Yeah, I guess just place it back a bit and yeah, gonna have to spread out my guys here. Town watch. Put you on guard mode and then just spread out the Estati the best that we can. One of you can sort of just be a reserve, I suppose. And then also you. So they don't, it's not like Medieval 1 where... First off, can I like go through here? No, these are all like impassable terrain. Okay, interesting. So I have like chokeholds, essentially. Interesting. I wish I had like a full army in here. That'd be pretty epic. So yeah, but it's my understanding it's like in Medieval 1, the entire castle area acts as like an area where the men are all, unbreakable, right? But not so in this game. Like, units are only unbreakable within the, like, denoted center, right? That would be my understanding. I mean, it's just based on how the settlement battles work as well, so... Yeah, being the defender makes me wish it was the other way around, but yeah, that's just how it works, I guess. And let's start the battle. Let's just hope that I can... Let's hope the general kind of comes into range, but... I wonder... Will my scorpion be able to like destroy the ram? Or should I be aiming at the units instead? And my towers are set up on the corners. Looks like we got a few of them there by a stray bolt. And yeah, I don't know if we're hitting their ram yet. We're nailing some dudes though. And yeah, the general's staying back. That's smart. Yeah, that's a good choice. So now, can they still shoot? Eventually it's not gonna be able to shoot at that, right? But I think I should probably turn its fire onto like those warbands. The one just kind of standing back. Oh hey, and I can throw Pelham over the walls. Right, yeah, I knew that. So in that case, let's bring these guys. Let's see, those guys. Ooh, they're tossing stuff at us. They're tossing stuff at my town watch. So maybe that's okay. So let's not get you guys in the range. Yeah, now they're throwing stuff into the rear of my Hastati. That was a bad move on my part. So let's try to get them. I lost a lot of guys there. And yeah, they're getting thrown at as well. I don't want to turn my backs to them though. Can I do that? And then this? Yeah, the skirmishers are doing a bit of damage. And are you still shooting? Looks like, oop, some cav are coming closer, but yeah, they're not the...
The gods have frowned on us today. The enemy has
Alright, let's try to go here. And yeah, we're tossing our Pelham in there. Let's try to charge in with my Equites. Actually, let's charge in here. And you guys, yeah, those are Hastati already breaking. Go here. And you go off of guard mode and go in here. And you try to hold back here. And you stay in guard mode. And can we fire into that blob there? And is that going to break them or no? No, they're already withdrawing. My Equites are about to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, my general just fleed. Ah, that's too bad. That's too bad. Let's try to protect my scorpions.
Your gallant general has fallen and caused his troops much
Yeah, let's try to protect my scorpions for as long as possible. So that they can continue to shoot here. And then Equites, come up. Come on, come up here. He's running away. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Protect the scorpions. Break the warbands. And looks like the scorpions are fleeing. Yeah. They're fleeing, and Hastati turn around and fight to the death. And yeah, at this point, just get on the center and just fight to the death, man. It's a grim job. And here is the last stand of my soldiers here in this fort. Oh man, poor guys. Poor guys.
Roman honor is intact, but our Roman glory lies in tatters after this defeat.
Yep. I was only able to kill like 10% of the army or so not much. Let's see, yeah, I killed 157. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go in now with my full army and avenge the deaths of those men. Although, they're in their fort now. Damn. Oh, is this the Greek? The Greek Navy? Greek Navy is attacking us as well. Damn. And they outnumber us. Damn. It's just one boat, but yeah, they outnumber us. So I'm gonna lose this navy as well. Yeah, clear defeat. And that's it, yeah. Damn. Oh, that's rough. What a rough end turn. Well, so yeah, they're inside of the forts now. Shit. So I would have to go in there? That is rough. Or do I come up here and fight this army just to drive them off? It looks like there might not be a general. And at least I could save this fort, you know? And then they... Yes, they could march on Massilia. I'm trying to remember, where does it tell me? Yeah, I forgot where it tells me how many turns that my settlement could hold out in a siege. Here it is. So it could hold out for 5 turns. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that, you know. Probably ignore this for now, but then march up here and maybe try to beat that army. Yeah, it's hard to know. Down here, so yeah, we're sitting on 2,500 in the treasury, and popularity gained with the Senate. Okay. Interesting. Popularity gained with the masses. All right. And Senate office is assigned. I like to see this. So Lucius Julius is the praetor, and this is my faction heir. So praetor gives... that's +2 to law and +1 to management. Okay. So he should be a governor right now. So I should maybe put him into Evenum, honestly, and try to remove any corruption that settlement might be experiencing. Yeah, that's gonna be, I think, the right thing to do there. And what about the Aedel? So Numerius Titatanas. Okay, yep. Yeah, my, the older guy that married into the family, and that is +1 management and +1 to law. Okay. So maybe he should also be in a settlement like Narbo Martius or Massilia, perhaps. Massilia, I mean, they have some loyalty issues right now. Construction complete, so Evenum is now a large town, and then, yep, we got some soldiers recruited. Alright, yeah, it's hard to say. So, like, as long as they're inside of that fort, it would take at least 2 turns to fight them, right? 1 to build the siege engines, and then 1 to go in and fight them. That doesn't seem like a good thing for me to do, because that's going to slow me down a bit. Whereas what I could be doing is coming up here and smashing them. That seems like it's a better idea. I don't know if I can fight through here. That's going to be a question of mine. Looks like I can. So I can. Okay. And they outnumber me. Wow. But it's all just warband. And yeah, there is no general. This is a good opportunity just to kill a lot of Gauls. So yeah, let's not bring in that guy under AI control. Let's just leave him, and let's get rid of this army.
Day has dawned. This will be a bloody one, come what may. The Gauls fool themselves and think they are our equals or better. I think they had the stench of death about them. We are here to do one job. Prevent them from taking the town at all costs. We are even matched in numbers, man for man. But that does not tell the whole story. All that said, we are the stronger. Every one of you is better than they. Remember this and take heart from the memory. I fought and lost against these men, but it is not something that will happen again. Today, I take my revenge. Today, you taste the fruits of victory. Now I say, this far and no further. Here we make a stand. You all know my worth and what I have done before. Of the foes who attacked me in the past, few ever got to boast of their success. This morning, an eagle circled the camp 3 times, then flew towards the rising sun. Such a portent can only mean a good day for us today. Another one of our armies is nearby and ready to fall upon the enemy. I have won many great victories for Rome. Be strong in that truth, and let this be one more. March on, and know that our victory is assured as long as we live and die like true Romans.
Okay, when did my faction leader lose against the Gauls? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. I don't quite remember that. I'm fine with fighting in fine weather. Yeah, that's fine with me. And I liked my army deployment when I was fighting against the Spanish, where I essentially just had the mercenaries up front with my stati in the second line, so they can't throw their pilum. And yeah, cav split. My barbarian cav are pretty weak, aren't they? Yeah, we'll see how I wanted to play the cav. Otherwise, it's a pretty flat terrain here with a slight slope down to the left, so I'm going to start here on the right side and then see where the opposing army starts. Now I am all set up and ready to go, so let's begin the battle, and yeah, they're all right in front of me. And are they going to be... I mean, if they're going to be coming towards me, I have a slight height advantage here. If I just kind of move like there, I can move cav out to the wings there, and then I mean, honestly, I can be very aggressive with my cav just because they don't have any. I might want to leave my generals behind just so that they can provide morale support. And yeah, it looks like they might be attacking, yeah. Which is nice of them. I do have my Town Watch supporting this little group of barbarian mercenaries just because that's such a small little group there. And yeah, my 39 mercenary hoplites are going to be forming the center, backed up by all the hastati. So let's see, you know, I might need to angle a little bit like that. And you guys go for a wide flank there. And I hate it when that camera does that. When it just kind of like, if you miss the ground and you just kind of like go on the sky, it just kind of spazzes out a bit. And now they might be backing off. Okay. Okay, so now it seems like they might want me to attack them. I mean, I'll oblige. That's fine with me. So let's just march forward a little bit here. And I can just take this one step at a time. What's the plan now? Are they going wide to try to match my flanking attempt? And it looks like they might be sending some guys. So are they sending, is that their general? Yeah, they're gonna be sending their general out to maybe... So let's make sure my cav are running on that side, and then you guys start running as well. And now they want to send their warband piecemeal against me. So they're going to be charging in here against my Astati. So let's bring my general out like that. And then, yeah, we'll shadow them here. And then bring the cav around here. We can charge in on that side. And I'm going to want to make sure that I get, you know, like this entire army run down essentially. So go in and charge in and really just send everyone. Like, go forward, let's destroy this, let's just make sure, I don't want any of them to get away. So the general's there, and yeah, let's just send my guys running here. Looks like they are on the brink of a full break, maybe. Yeah, like, let's just get our charges here, here, here. You guys charge into the rear. Yeah, just full break. Just kill them all. There we go. Continue this
Enemy army
battle.
is in flight. Pursue them
Get here,
drive
and I
them from
want
the
you guys to
battlefield.
get them, and then I want you guys just to charge in there. And you guys can fight. Don't just have the warband charge through you. And yeah, everyone on board here. You guys have to be charging them. Yes, you are. Man, oh man, that was a lot of dead warband. That felt good, man. I just...
This is
Yeah,
a
one out of
heroic
the
victory
3 big
worthy of
armies
Roman
that's
arms.
in my territory has just been gotten rid of. That was a lot of dead Gauls. Yeah, we did lose 12 men, but we killed 1,200, so that feels okay. And now I can bounce back over to potentially... Do I have any movement left? I do. Okay, nice. Yeah, let's get like in the this neighborhood here and get to a point where I can drive this army off potentially. I could hire... Why can't I hire these guys? Oh, I have a full army. I should probably try to merge some soldiers together so that I can hire a unit of barbarian mercenaries. And that Spanish army disappeared, so they must have backed off, but there is a couple Gallic armies floating around down here. They don't seem like an immediate threat. I think it's going to be just about driving this army off, and then hopefully this army leaves the fort. You know, I don't want them... I don't want to have to attack a fort, right? So one turn before the port in Massilia is finished, I'm going to have to lower taxes here. And you guys can continue on to the port.
Aye, aye, Captain. Out of move.
Yeah, lost that fleet. That's tough. Losing that fleet over in the Adriatic. Should I rebuild it right away? See, I don't want to be in a position where I'm given a blockade order, you know, in Greece, and I can't accomplish it right away. That's what I don't want. So even though it feels kind of bad, I want boats. You know, I want that freedom to be able to do what I want, you know? Let's see, who are the Scythian? Is there any Greek guys? Here's a Greek guy.
Your Honor,
Can we
I shall speak.
get a ceasefire? And then, hey, we'll take it. Nice. So maybe we can start trading with them again? Should I offer that? Okay. So now maybe we're trading with the Greeks again. We don't have any land routes with them, but maybe... Does that open up anything? Looks like we're still trading with the Bruttii settlements. But if there is any potential money... Like, I know once these other ports... If I build... Oh, I can't build one here. But if I build this, this is going to give me 2 trade routes. So that could potentially... How much money would I be looking at? That's a decent little boost if I get that shipwright built up in Batavium. Yeah, that might be my next goal. It makes me nervous having Bruttii armies marching through my territory, and Senate for that matter, although they did get rid of some brigands for me earlier. Alright, well that's... Okay, so the western... Oh, here's a Spanish army. Kind of peeking its nose up over here. But I believe they can't get past that fort, so I should be okay there. Yeah, I should be okay. And... Man, Segesta, are you ever gonna grow? Like, maybe this turn? Man, oh man, taking it forever to become a large town. Now, keeping in mind that my faction heir just got that office, what was it, the Praetor, so yeah, +2 to law. And I'm considering, so Evenum, like, how is your corruption going? Income, so it's losing 68 denarii. It's not a huge amount, but it's something to consider. What about, like, who's losing the most income? So nothing from Batavium. These settlements might all be okay because they're close enough to my capital. So yeah, all of my Italian settlements are fine on the corruption front. But then Massilia looks like it's going to be at 72 or 78. And then 242 here in Arbor Martius. That's a chunk. It's mostly the devastation though. It's just like losing a lot of money from the devastation of the land itself. Just because there's been so many enemy armies floating around in this territory. Yeah, it's a chunk. I mean, for now, you're up here, so you may as well just kind of pop your head into Evenum, I suppose.
Sir!
And then I can keep the army in the field.
Leaving the army!
Oh, you can go in settlement. And then you, I guess you just hang out the army. I mean, +2 to morale for all troops on the battlefield. It's not bad. He has 1 star. -2 from your general's hit points. That's not good. Yeah. -1 command when assaulting walls. Jesus. Oh yeah, yeah. 20% decrease to cost a bribe. That's not good either. I don't want this army to be bribed. It's a big army though. Like, what are the chances? You know? Like, there's no way someone can afford an army that big, right? Right? I don't know. It feels kind of risky.
Merging armies.
I mean, there's no one around. Like, the only diplomats around is the Scipii. There's a German up here, but hopefully I don't regret that. Yeah, I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on this, because obviously in this campaign already, I have, you know, I did lose like a unit army, which wasn't that big of a deal, but it did happen. So enemy diplomats do bribe armies. But have you lost anything like this big before? I would like to hear your thoughts on that. You know, have you ever like really had traits like this where you have like the 20% decrease to cost of bribe? Has that really, you know, made it so that the AI can bribe an army like this size? Yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts, because if that's a true threat, then I will make changes to how I, you know, make sure that a guy like this would never lead an army this size. But for now, I just feel like having him in there so that my factionaire can make Evenum just a little bit more money. Now that Evenum is a large town, what should I build here first? Paved roads? What kind of money is this going to give me? Yeah, it's not much of a boost, is it? It's only 32 denarii boost. 37 or so. Yeah, I mean, it will speed up troop movement, though, so that can help. That can help my guys get around a bit faster. Let's see, what else? Araminum is an option as well, but this place is kind of tapped out, isn't it? Yeah, like I could get a blacksmith as sort of a extra building. That would be nice. Currently, I am retraining my Equites in Arretium so that they can get that... what's the bonus? What is it again? The blacksmith gives, yeah, weapon upgrades, a light and heavy. So yeah, my Equites can be retrained there to get that weapon upgrade, but what about Mediolanium? Mediolanium, is it finally, I've thought about this a couple of times of getting a market there. Is it finally time to get a market in Mediolanium? Just the income boost is so small, but having another place that can train spies feels good. And it's required so that I can eventually get academies, so that's also useful. Having academies in places is a good thing. Let's see, you're building, and you guys can't train proper soldiers, can you? No. Not quite. Yeah, I should just get the paved roads here, any of them. And that's pretty much all my money, and then I will continue training soldiers. Archers, Stadi. Not Equites, I'm building a boat. But then, yeah, I'm retraining this Equites and then training some Stadi here, and Arretium, and then, yeah, that's it. That's it for my money. That is it for my money, but honestly, like, I think I'm still doing okay here. This feels manageable. Now I'm going to bring my diplomat over here to the Germanic capital. Now, I've heard a rumor that by dealing with a faction capitals, maybe there's a better chance of having a deal go through. I think that's just one of those things that people were kind of saying back when this game originally came out. But I'm here, so let's see what we can get done. So 4-star, 4 influence family member here. And all I want is a ceasefire. If I can get a ceasefire, is there any chance of this? No, they don't want that ceasefire. I can't really offer them. Yeah, money, tribute, map information. Would map information be enough to... See, I feel like if you use the accept or we will attack, but then end up not attacking, I think that ends up damaging your reputation, is my understanding of how that works. And I don't really have any intentions of attacking them. So, is this enough to get that ceasefire? Yeah, no, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. I wonder, you know, like, when are the Britons gonna get involved? Because currently, I mean, they're just not at war with anyone. Yeah, they're not fighting anyone. And they're allied to the Gauls, which means that you would think that they would attack the Germans at some point, but they have not. So, yeah, it's curious. And then down here, I'm going to just keep my diplomats. I want you to just be around the Greeks, just so that if the Senate sends me against one of their ports again, I want to be able to get a ceasefire as soon as possible again, if that's at all possible. It seems like it's easier to get ceasefires with factions that really are not on the map conquest-wise, whereas like Spain and like the other barbarian factions seem really intent on not getting a ceasefire with me. Yeah, I wonder how all of those calculations work in the AI's decision making. Anyway, we are all set. Our money has been spent. Let's end a turn here and see what we got going on. Oops, some big Dacian armies. And what do we got? There's a big noise. Something just happened. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. You're gonna be hanging out here.
Without delay.
Numantia. What's inside? Swordsman. Ooh, with 2 experience upgrades and weapon upgrades. Same thing for the barbarian cavalry. Okay, there's some decent units there. Some pretty scary stuff. Settlement besieged. Massilia, yes. So they're being besieged by that big old army. Yep. Yeah, we kind of expected that. So, can we get there?
Engage the enemy.
So that army got in the way, didn't it?
General.
So I would have to
Engage the enemy. Victory.
do that and then like come back. So
Onward.
I'm gonna get there before they go through with it, because they need at least 1 turn to build their siege engines, which is going to be this end turn. And then I can relieve the city in, yeah, the next turn. That leaves Narbo Martius pretty open to this 4-unit army. I have... this is pretty banged up, isn't it? Well, I can actually start training Velites now here in Narbo Martius. It's not much, but it's something, and I can retrain these Velites. So again, not much. Yeah, that's a little bit dicey, but man, what, I mean... 3 warband, 1 barbarian cavalry. It's probably still enough to take Narbo Martius. If they can build up, it would be just one ram, I think. Still, that'd be kind of a tough fight. But, I mean, I have to go after this army first. This is the big scary army. And, yeah, this is the one that destroying it would do a lot of damage to the Gauls. That's for gosh darn sure. Alright, what else do we got here? We have 3,000 in the treasury. Town expands. Agesta, finally. Thank freaking God. And construction report. Yes, port and practice range. Got some soldiers, and what do we got here? So the Egyptians and the Parthians are not at war with one another, and the Greeks and the Parthians are allies. Okie dokie. And path blocked. Yes, we know. We get it. We understand. Alright. So
fleet
I
ready.
probably don't need another boat right now. I just wanted to get one. That way, if I need to build a second one because I have a blockade mission, then I can just spend 1 turn building a second boat before I send them off. That way I would have 4 turns instead of 3 turns to get to where I'm trying to go. So that's hopefully going to be enough for now. And then everywhere else, I think it's going to be all about, yeah, training soldiers still. You guys can come down here and blockade Asuka. Because that is my mission, right? Yep. So that's going to give me another games thrown in my honor at the Senate's expense. None of my building options out here in Narbra Martius seem too appealing just because trade isn't very readily available via land out here. So there's no point in building paved roads, I don't think. I mean, the travel distance would be nice considering how much I'm going back and forth here, but that would also help out my enemies as well. So I don't think I want to prioritize that. I think actually, well yeah, before I forget, let's get this administrative building here in Segesta. Actually, wait, can I get a discount? I bet I can. Oh, not you. So you could get to Segesta. You have the better discount. But I could also get that market in Mediolanium.
Sir.
And you could not get to Mediolanium. Well, let's get that bigger discount. Let's send you in. And yep, 680. That feels good. And then 1 turn before the Proconsul's Palace is finished. Unum's working on the paved roads there. And then Narbra Martius. Is there anything else really? I could just get something that's cheap that I know I'm going to want eventually. Like sewers is always nice. The Temple of Ceres will give an extra population growth bonus. So that's also tempting. Let's just get the basic sewers. The health bonus will provide a population growth bonus as well, so that's nice. And it's just nice to also not fall behind on this sort of stuff. So let's get that building built. That leaves me with 1,000 denarii left to spend, so I'm thinking, yes, more stati, and then more equites. And can I get more archers? Yes, I can. Let's send these 3 archers down to... Am I going to wait for the boats or not? Let's just send them on their way so they get over to this vicinity. And then I suppose I'm going to want to... Let's see, you can retrain... I don't have enough money to retrain those equites. It costs 50 denarii. Oh, I feel so bad. That feels bad. Gosh. I'm just 3 denarii short. Can I get 3 denarii from someone? Oh. That'd be funny. I don't know. Is it worth the time? No. It's hard to know. It's hard to know, like, how long is it going to take a soldier to march to Massilia? 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. And that's from Arretium. And then it's going to take at least... Yeah, I have to march. I have to march there. It's going to be faster. I am now ready to end this turn, so I want to see what the Senate's what their new mission's gonna be after I've completed this one. So yeah, let's just end this turn and see about this. Now I don't intend on fighting that battle against the Gauls there outside of Massilia in this episode. I probably will be ending this pretty soon here. I just don't want this episode to go on too long. Another blockade mission. Okay, this is what's going to be against the Carthaginians. Okay, interesting. Down here, right? Well, I mean, my boat's right there, so I can get there in just like 1 turn. So that's something. And if I succeed, I will be rewarded. That means money, right? when it vaguely just says I will be rewarded, isn't that a money reward? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yep, that one has been successful. Huzzah. And sitting on 2,000 in the treasury. Yikes. New family members, Servius Julius. Okay. And retinue expands. Gnaeus Terentius. Foreign hostage. And that's going to be... Which one are you? So the one that's talking to the Germans? Okay. So you have 4 influence. Okay, so you must have lost influence from that last interaction. And yes, the shipwright and the proconsul's palace have been finished in a few of my core territories. That feels very, very good. And yes, recruitment. An alliance between Carthage and Egypt. Oh, interesting. Okay. Now, does that mean, can I train... I see... I should know this, but I don't. Does the proconsul's palace mean that I can... That's not the Marian reforms, is it? For some reason, I thought that the proconsul's palace meant that the Marian reforms was initiated, but I guess not. It's something else. Do I have to build the barracks of this tier? Of the large city tier? I should look that up. I completely forgot what the criteria is for the Marian reforms. I thought I knew, but nope, I forgot. Yeah, this is going to be a big battle that I have to fight here.
General.
And I could recruit... Ooh, I could recruit 3 units. Oh, that's going to be very tempting. That's going to be very tempting indeed. Yeah, maybe merge some units, maybe even disband some of my weaker units. Just to get 3 fresh units in. Yeah, that seems like a wise idea. And you can just, yeah, you can just get down there right now and blockade Palma. Wait, path blocked? By what?
Fleet ready.
There we go. Yeah, now war against Carthage. I don't really want to be at war with them, so I'm going to try to get that ceasefire with them as soon as possible. Are there any Carthaginian diplomats nearby? Anyone Germanic, Macedonian? Any Carthaginians down here? Any Carthaginians? Greek. Dacian. Come on, someone. Well, if I have to, I'll put a diplomat on a boat, gosh darn it, and send them down to Africa so that we can talk to the Carthaginians and try to get that ceasefire. Just because, yeah, I don't really want to remain at war with them. I want my fleets to remain relatively safe out in open water, and if there's any trade available at all, I would like that as well, because, you know, right now, like, Narba Martius is going to be trading with Arretium. Actually, how's my finances now that that port's finished? So I would have 4,000 next turn. That's not bad. It's not bad. Now that my settlements are finally starting to grow, it's going to be really improving my economy, I think, because Batavium's second tier of port is going to be giving us a little boost, a nice little, yeah, that's a good, you know, 150 denarii boost there. And then Segesta will be able to build its first port once that governor's villa is finished being built. Obviously, once the siege of Massilia has been concluded, that can go back to making me money, because the settlements don't make you money when they're under siege, correct? That'd be a pretty common sense thing, I'm pretty sure. Spanish army down here besieging my fort. It looks big on paper, but their banner is pretty low, so I'm imagining that a lot of these units are pretty banged up, so I'm not too worried about them. I can make sure that I defeat this Gallic force, and then, yeah, hopefully I can get over, I don't know, this other Gallic force is probably going to be in the way, so if this Spanish force manages to attack this unit of barbarian mercenaries in the fort, yeah, they're not going to be able to hang on. Yeah, so that's going to be a little bit touch and go, but I should be able to hang on out here in the west. And I do have reinforcements on the way. I am sending these 3 units and then these 3 units. So that's something. And I will be making more money over time as well, so I feel like I'm on the right path. I'm curious to see, like, I already went ahead and just besieged Palma, so I will be getting a new mission, I would assume next turn. And I'm curious to see if the Senate's gonna ever send me against another settlement sometime soon. And I would imagine it's either gonna be Lugdunum or this one. I can't remember the name of this one, but this one seems to be more of a primary. Like, I think I'd prefer taking Lugdunum just because that would kind of give me a good buffer for both of my settlements down here. Whereas this, taking this, kind of stretches me out a bit further and just gives me more territory to defend, whereas this one sort of defends these two territories. But really it just comes down to the fact that I don't have enough soldiers on my western front to attack and defend at the same time. It's just, for the time being, just defend, defend, defend. So yeah, it's going to be getting to a point where I should have to get another army going, really, as soon as I can afford one. Also, how's my family going? Do I have sons on the way? So Servius Julius is 0 years old, so that's a boy. Marcellus Tertanus is a boy. I have some daughters. They can also marry at some point, but they're all very young, aren't they? Yeah, they're all quite young. Let's see. Herennius Julius is 6 as well. Okay, so they're a ways off, but I do have a next generation coming up at some point, and they will be needed. Yeah, I need to really rebuild this family after the losses that it took in that just catastrophic battle at the beginning of the campaign. But yes, we are on the rebound, I feel like, and things will be picking up, I imagine, shortly when it comes to my economy and when it comes to my ability to eventually push out and push my influence further on into Gaul. But you know what? That is all good to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Concept playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.